Thank you for listening to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys Podcast, where 518 golfs the Cape. We hope you enjoy. Welcome back to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys Podcast. We are here for another Friday night recording with the whole crew. You know what that means, guys. We're going to get into some trouble tonight. I got my co-host with me, Mikey, on my left. What is up, kiddo?
What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing tonight?
All right, did I ever tell you I love you? Did I ever tell you I love you?
That's the tone right there. That right there.
Did I ever tell you I love you? I get excited when I'm opening this, man. I always get excited.
Holy fuck,
Dude, come on.
I need to see you in the bedroom, bro. Holy fuck, I think I'm gonna there.
You guys are fucked up.
Anyways, that's my co-host, guys. One of them, anyways. What's up, kiddo? Not much, buddy.
Yeah.
Was you're closing up now for the season, working wise? How's things going for the work?
We ain't closing up, dude.
Still going strong.
Nah, we had a little lull in August.
Yeah,
we slowed down because people don't want to do nothing in their pools. They want to get their last good month in swimming.
Yep. But now are you
we'll be
back at it?
As soon as September hits, Labor Day hits, we
grinding
balls to the wall until about mid-November.
Is he gonna want you back on Saturdays, or are you okay?
No,
You're solid with that. All right, good.
Saturdays are done.
Good. All right, and then I got my other co-host on my right, RGB. What up, kiddo?
What's happening?
He is back from Cape. I'm sorry, I'm talking like that again, aren't I?
You're good.
I'm excited. RGB. I'm excited. We got RGB back from Cape Cod on vacation. He had an amazing time, other than a couple hiccups we heard prior that we can't talk about.
Yeah,
but
some behind the scenes
it's
shit.
all good. But you have a nice vacation, brother.
Yeah, it was actually nice, man. For obviously the past, I don't know, what are we about 8-9 months into the year here. Been busy with the podcast on both aspects of it. And I took a break from everything, which was nice. I literally sat back. All I did was upload a couple. I didn't do anything. I wasn't networking. I wasn't doing shit. I was literally just sitting on the beach chilling. Got to the range. Here's a good one for you. So I go to the range and we go over to Dennis, West Dennis.
Yep.
And there's Skull Island. There's a mini golf course. Shout out Skull Golf.
Yeah, great mini golf.
I took a nice little picture of that.
Hell yeah.
Next to the Skull Island.
Nice. Shout out Tony.
I didn't even plan it. And I was like, I'll just throw this Skull Golf. I brought it on vacation. I wear the hat all the time. I wore it. And I was like, oh, this is a perfect photo shoot. We were backed up like right in front of the Skull. Yeah. So I took it. But anyway, we played mini golf with me, wife, kiddo, and my father-in-law. Great time. And then it's the morning we're leaving. And I brought a couple clubs with me, which I never do.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought my driver, my 7-iron, my approach, and my pitching wedge. And I was like, said to my wife, we got the car loaded up. Everything was like, we're good to go. She's like, I want to cut like another hour on the beach. I was like, all right, I'm already showered, everything. I'm not going back and get all covered in sand. I'm going to the driving range for an hour. So when I come back, we'll pack up and go. So I go and I get a large bucket. I hit bucket. I'm having a good time practicing all my clubs. And I don't go, you guys know this, I don't go to the range. Like, this is my first time going to the range all year. So I'm hitting like 10 balls. I start with my approach. I hit like, I don't know, 10, 15 balls in my approach, 10, 15 balls in my pitching wedge. Well, one of the last couple balls left in my pitching wedge, I hit a little bit off the deck, and the head of my pitching wedge goes flying out to the range. I'm going, this place is packed right now. There's families out there for the day. There's dads and their kids. Like,
it was like
yeah, everywhere. So, and the kid picking
How
up
far out did it go out?
about 50. So the kid picking up the basket goes, yo, did that really just happen? I go, you seen it? I go, did you see where it went? Because all I'm holding, like, felt like I was holding a wiffle ball bat at that point, right? So I'm like, yo, what do you mean? He's like, I think it went out like straight. I'm like, shit. So I'm aiming a little bit of an angle at the 100-yard sign. And I was like, all right, it's probably like 120 yards from me. So I was aiming at that. That was my aiming point. So I go to start walking out there, like, because a couple guys next to me weren't hitting. I was like, yeah, you mind holding up for a second? Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. But everybody else was still firing away. The guy comes screaming out of the back of the thing. He goes, get back. You can. I go, I'll sign a waiver. It's all good. And I keep strolling. He goes, no, he's starting like, I can tell he's getting upset. So I turn around. He goes, I'll get someone to go look for it. So the guy who picked the range rat, who picks up all the balls, is going and picking up, getting in the cart, going back and forth. I'm like, bro, it's like right there. Yo, he had to drive over this thing 15 times. I waited. So what do you think? A large bucket of balls, 75 golf balls.
If that.
You're there for 45 minutes max, right? I was there for like an hour and a half. My wife calls and she goes, did you go and play golf? She thought I went and played
an actual round.
She thought I went and played 9 somewhere. I go, you're never going to believe what I'm telling you, but my club broke, and I explained the whole story to her. And eventually, like, there was like 2 people there. I go, yo, can you guys just hold up for a second? My club broke. I explained it. I ran right out. I walked straight out to where I thought it was and picked it up. It was 50 yards out right in front of me. Picked it up, brought it back. I'm a happy camper. I got my club. The guy goes, where do you live? I go, a long way from here. I go, I need this thing. Because it's like a 7-iron pitching wedge in my 2 clubs that I hit consistent and straight. But it was an interesting time at the range. And I'm literally saying to myself, this is why I don't fucking go to the range, man. It's
Chunk-a-lunk.
He has no idea how much RGB really golfs and needs that club.
Right.
He's like, give me that.
Yeah.
Let me go fetch that thing because I'm going back to Freer Park next week. My home, baby.
At Exit 8 tomorrow on my way home to get it fixed.
Absolutely, man. But other than that, like, what beaches did you go to out there? What was the beaches you went to?
With the Airbnb we're included is a private beach.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Snap.
So we get it with there's one other house who has access to it. So it's kind of cool. There's like, I don't know, I'd say it's about 50 yards of private beach, and then the rest is all the public. So like we're chilling. We got the whole area, and it's great because we got the 4 kids, my daughter and my 2 nephews and my niece out there, all under 7 years old. They got freedom. They can run back and forth. They're not jumping on other people's blankets and knocking chairs over. And the people that were there on the beach with us also had kids. So the kids were playing. We're building sandcastles, doing all that stuff. So it was pretty cool. There was actually one spot. So my biggest pet peeve with the Cape, especially when I was a kid, compared to going to like New Jersey and stuff, is the wave situation. Like you're not getting real like
huge waves,
boogie waves, right?
Yep.
So where we go anyway, in Dennis, and up away there was like part of a jetty that got wiped out. So the way the current was coming in from the river and the current coming from the ocean was clashing, so it was causing some like nice waves. So these kids, it was maybe 3 feet of water. My daughter was having a field,
loving it,
going riding, like actually getting able to boogie board. So it was cool.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun.
Yo, you remember that? You remember being like,
gonna be a Jersey trip soon, then, huh?
Begging for one.
Let me ask you something. Don't you remember being like 8, 9 years old and on the beach? You always made friends. Did you not?
I made friends everywhere.
No, I mean especially though on the beaches. I feel like so you were just saying that your daughter made friends, even like strangers. Like when I'm at the Cape,
see, I never did because I had
nobody.
Nah, it's just because I was always at the beach with my cousins.
Okay, so you had friends.
So with me and my brothers are all 3 years apart. And a lot of the times I was doing shit my younger brothers at the time. When you're 7 and 4, that's a big age difference.
Yeah.
You know? So I was doing stuff that they didn't want to do. So I would make friends at the beach or like even go. I remember going to like my little brother when he was playing soccer. I'd go to the game and I'd bring a basketball. By the end of his game, I'd be playing a full court basketball game and have friends every time I went to
every year
games.
So bro, I got to tell you, like literally Wildwood, New Jersey, Sea Point Village, shout out, beautiful place out there, Wildwood Crest. Actually, old man Jerry is doing a throwback this year, 2025, and we're going back to Sea Point Village. And the reason why we never do is because they went up in price. I mean, we my wife and I could not afford it. The place is absolutely beautiful, but my dad used to always treat us there years and years and years. And we're going back over there. So every year, though, we had friends that we would like. I had my buddy Joey, who he's not like, I try to find him now, like he had Joey Merjeski. So like you would think you could find him, like he just had that last name. I'm like, oh well, I looked for him like recently, couldn't find him. Doesn't have any social media, but literally the kid was like, we like were pen pals back in the day. Did you ever have like after we like left Wildwood, we would have to actually like before the internet, we would actually write each other letters, send each other basketball, baseball cards and shit, because he was like into the sports collecting. But dude, I literally met this dude every year at the same time. Well, he was a homeowner, so he was there all summer long. That's what Sea Point Village was, a lot of rich fucking kids that he was from Philly. So this was their summer home, dude. I was so jealous. I'm like, this fucking kid gets to stay here all summer. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, wow, we were struggling to go for, a week. But yeah, every year, dude, it was awesome. You fucking you go and you meet up with your buddies, same spot every year. They knew I was coming, and then it was all because of on the beach, though. You know what I mean? The first place I met these people was always on the beach. It was always like playing fucking baseball on the beach or catch. Well, they're always looking for
So the thing too, though, like Mikey going with family or like going on vacation with friends, like especially when you're young like that, there was nothing better than that. Like I remember going away for like baseball. I played a lot of travel baseball and basketball teams. When you're 13, 14 years old, traveling around, you got your whole basketball team or baseball team. Bro, those vacations, like we used to go down to Hampton Beach for a basketball tournament. Like we used to plan them around like being around the ocean and shit. Like Rhode Island, we used to go out there a lot, out towards Providence and shit. Yep. Like those were some good times. And like you said, though, you're going with it's
if you're going with your family, it's awesome. You're looking forward to that.
Though, but if you're rolling solo, like I was always the type to go and be able to make friends with anybody. I still am. Like
that's what I look forward to doing.
Even Josh, when I brought that one day when like Johnny Two Gloves was playing with us and shit, Josh goes, yo, how do you find the most every time you got an extra tea time, it's different people. Like I'm expecting like the same 12 people to show up. He goes, you're always mixing it up.
You've been like that your whole life.
Yeah, I've always been like, but it was like what I did. Like I'd go play basketball.
We got eight out of the 12 people that play always have at least a couple people that they know.
Right.
That's kind of how you get shit filled in.
Right.
But it's like if you look at like the core of a lot of things, like way people like guys met people through people, it's like, oh, they met Raj and then they met oh, I met him through Raj, or I met him through Raj. Like that's, but I even do it like in the podcast sense. Like I'm trying to connect people through the podcast and like hooked up like legends with 52 Sundays, for example.
Hell yeah, dude. Make connections. Like connected. It feels good to do something like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Was it with Pitch Putt Puff that I met Brad? Was that when I met Brad?
Scrounge? Yeah. I might have. No, I don't want to say it was then.
It wasn't
we connect friendships that last.
I think we played with him one before and then ended up playing.
Well, I told you got to meet my buddy Brad. He works next to me in my building. I grew up with him. Good egg. And you guys fucking instantly. You guys
he was
instantly
so funny.
Brad instantly. He calls everybody Louie, Mikey, and so he called him Louie, and he's like, "You talking to me?" He's like, "I'm like, no." He just calls everybody Louie. I'm like,
so when you guys played Pitch Putt Puff, and it was you two with Hank and Fairway, you kept calling him Louie, right? So the next day, we play on Mondays, me, Fairway, and Hank, and Hank goes, "Yo, what's Mikey and Anthony's deal?" I go, "Well, they're boys, man." He goes, "I don't know, man." He goes, "This Mikey just kept fucking calling him Louie all fucking day." I didn't know what the fuck was going on. He goes, "I don't know if he was." I go, so I start laughing because I know how you are always busting his balls, and Louie's like a catchphrase for you. Like,
where did that come from, Mike? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because ever since I've known you, dude, you call people Louie.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Hank caught on
to
that.
It's so much easier just to call somebody Louie than to remember their name.
I do like it.
So everybody gets Louie.
I love it.
Hank caught on to that shit. That was funny.
I dig
why
it,
is
man.
he calling him Louie? Like, I don't know why he does it.
I answer.
It's like a joke thing for them. I go, I don't think it's anything. He goes, he thought it was like you were pissed at him. Like, yeah, all right, fucking Louie. Let's go. Louie. Like,
no, it's always just like Louie. It's usually actually when Mikey's trying to get my attention. He'll be like, "Yo, Louie," or like Louie over there, so right, Mike? It's kind of like something. Yeah, and I answer. There's been times though when he calls somebody else Louie, and I look. That's what fucks me up. That's what really fucks me up.
I do the same thing to everybody at work.
Yeah, they all turn their heads.
Yep.
Well, one of us
Chris is Louis, James is Louis, everybody's Louis.
I love it.
So, Ant, to relate your story about like making friends and shit like that, like, do you guys, to relate it to golf, like in a game of golf though, especially since you guys do the amateur tour, if you guys you guys have obviously made some relationships with the guys.
So many, dude,
from the tour. I mean, it shit correlates in all different types of ways. So, like, even like, you know, making friends on the beach, like golf is the type of game where you're bringing and it's type of people that you never would have thought you'd be hanging out with.
Yeah, let me just tell you. Let me just tell you. You
the
just
one
said that.
commonality
Let me tell you,
is golf.
Let me just. So
it's like.
So let me just tell you, my boy. You just said that.
Your life story. I literally sit next to each other for 4 hours.
I literally just messaged. I met this dude last year, 2 years ago actually. But since then we went on a couple of vacations, you know. But he's one of the ones that I wanted to get a sneak peek at this. The amp up video that Adam had me making. I just said. I was like, yo. I was like, you know I love you, right? I was like a brother I never had. And then I gave him the shh. I was like, don't tell anyone, bro. Then he was like, yeah, I didn't send him the video
Send
yet.
him an accidental pic.
I didn't know. He said, love you too, pal. You are not going to nationals, ? And he thought that was what I was going to hit him with. But then the video went through. And I'm sending this video to a couple people, close ones to me. And it really means that you just said it. It's like this golf family has become like a second family to me. And I love these guys. I really truthfully do.
There's relationships that you make. Like it's
and
through
it's
a game. It's like
it's unbelievable. And you know what? It's funny is like we might have differences. We might have differences politically, like with speaking of Scrounge. We can't get through to their heads. They're fucking nitwits, but you know what? I still love Scrounge just the same.
Maybe I'll do a pitch putt and puff when it's the red versus blue in the crew. That'd be
ooh, I like it.
I'll do it in November.
You should bring some. You know what? I know you don't like to bring politics in, but you know what? Fuck it at this point, bro.
We'll have to come locked and loaded, dude, because that comment that Scrounge hit us with was like, oh, you guys don't ever have any arguments. You guys don't ever have anything to back any.
He doesn't either, though, dude. What the fuck does he have?
Don't do it.
Jesus. All right, don't do it. Don't do it. Let's not go there tonight. All right. Well, anyways, let's go to this route. Did you fucking see this club yet, bro?
What do you got there, man?
All right.
See this shirt?
That shirt is fire.
Listen, we got a couple good partners. We got a couple good partners.
Let's talk about what's on camera now. What Mikey's got. So Mikey's got the High Society. That's one of the new edition T-shirts they just dropped, as well as their hats. Me and Ant were rocking the hats, the white hats last week. Go check them out. HighSociety.com. Use promo code Upstate15.
Correction. HighSocietyGolf.com.
High Society,
you're all good, Raj.
High Society Golf.
Smooth as silk, man. Smooth as silk.
HighSocietyGolf.com. Use promo code Upstate15 to save yourself 15% at checkout. Their polos are fire. They got a bunch of different varieties. They're constantly coming out with new styles. So stay on the lookout for what High Society is doing. And use Upstate 15 for fit. We're always trying to save everybody $1. So Upstate 15 for 15% off.
15% is 15%. Man.
And their gear is dope.
Fire, bro. And it's variety. Like Mike, you got the lumberjack shirt. I got the logo shirt with all their logos all over it. Like you got the flower one, right? The Aloha looking one.
Yeah. I think it's one of the softest materials. I don't know what it is. And the screen print, right? You said is like it's like no other.
It's not.
What do you got there,
Mike? Cotton.
What do you got there, Mike? Show me the tag. What does it say? Polyester?
That's why it's 92% cotton and it's 8% spandex.
That's it. That's a big difference, though, because that gives you like that wicking material. That's
that
the difference,
8%.
too. And when
got
you
that
wash
stretch.
When you wash it, it's not going to shrink on
and
you.
it feels good. It feels good
on
you.
A large right there?
Yeah.
See, that fits you good, too.
It looks really good on you, Mike. And you
I like that. I noticed as soon as I walked in,
the hats are dope, too, man.
Absolutely.
I'm picky with hats.
I know. I get a lot of compliments on the hat on the course all the time.
Comfy.
Absolutely, man. So now, Mike, I got to talk to you about something. We've been going back and forth here.
Yeah.
I think we made the decision today. Are you going to bite the bullet and go for the 3-day tournament nationals and experience it? Are we going to do that?
Yeah.
I know things are tough and you couldn't figure out the funds, but we figured out, I think, a way.
I'll beat somebody's grandma up.
My man.
Careful walking out of the bank, Nancy.
So shout out Adam Cahill. I mean, honestly, I love this dude to death because he literally said to me, I don't care if Mikey comes in last place. He said, I just want the dude to experience it one time because it really is truthfully like a 3-day event. It probably is going to be fucking awesome. You might be paired up with some strangers, but you might fucking make some new friends, man. You might think
fuck them.
might be another Rob. How about another Rob, man, with fucking 10-inch tees?
Yeah. I doubt it, man.
No one's gonna beat Rob. That's true, man. But I'm really excited. Are you getting excited for that trip, Mike?
Yeah.
We got let's see, what's today's date, Raj? I know Raj. We're leaving Raj out of this one.
My birthday was yesterday.
So we're leaving Raj out of this one. So we got about about 6 weeks. 6 weeks. October.
World War
when is that?
Start.
Before or
It is
after
the
you guys go do your tournament?
It's the weekend after. So the weekend after the tournament is Columbus Day
I'm
weekend.
excited for that tournament.
That's going to be big time too.
I
That is
really
gonna be
hope
awesome.
Michael.
So we should.
And the couple. I think. I honestly.
There's a good shot they're coming. Well, I mean, we know 52 Sundays is coming. We know
they're in.
They're in, baby. They're in. We're gonna show them a good time. We're gonna show them a little bit of Troy, man. Right? We're gonna pick them out Friday night.
So we'll see what we can.
Well,
do.
whatever. They might be busy. They might be tired.
We can make some arrangements. I was thinking maybe try to take him down to like the DeFazio's for a nice dinner or something like that.
Hey, dude, it's funny you said that. You want to hear something crazy? How did this guy, dude? Do you believe in mind reading and telepathy or whatever the fuck it's called? I swear to God to you, where's my phone,
buddy? I just go where I got plugs, man.
Buddy, I got a spot for
connect over there.
How about I got a spot for 6 already at DeFazio's? Shout out my girl Jen who runs the place over there.
That night,
do you know Jen? Do you know Jen?
I have a different plug over
no, all right. Jen Parsley. She's actually awesome. Really, really, really cool. She went on vacation with us. Her daughter, we linked up because our daughters are friends.
You might need to make it for more than 6, though.
So I might have to make that bigger. You're right. Okay. Let me know.
I will.
I literally have
doing a
the
podcast
connection.
Sunday night with Michael. So
let me know officially. She said you could change it, do whatever you want, but I'll make it for fucking 20. She'll hook me up.
That's funny.
Jen, shout out Jen. She's awesome. She runs a place over there. They're actually going to be expanding. DeFazio's is going to be having a second place nearby. She's going to be responsible for that one, I believe. They're taking over the.
What's that? Up at Clifton Park, I think, right?
No, they're opening up the old. Is it the Vanilla Bean?
Oh, that's going to be DeFazio's?
That's going to be DeFazio's.
No way. So they're going to have indoor seating, big indoor seating.
Buddy.
They're losing a little bit of patio space, but in the long scheme of things, I think they'll make up for it.
I think I feel like I don't know if they're keeping. No, they're not keeping the other place. I don't know what's going on. They're keeping this. They're keeping the store. I thought though. Maybe they're keeping something. There's two separate.
They keep it for like a store for like just to sell those cakes, bro.
Well, there's the import store. There's the store, and the next door is the pizza shop. There's 2 spots.
So
they'll probably keep the little.
They'll keep it.
Yeah. It's a like we used to order.
It's a gem.
That's what I mean. I think they're keeping both. I think they know listen. They can't keep you literally. Jen laughs before
they make everything themselves. So,
bro, before Portnoy even got there,
it was always crazy.
Before he went there, I used to have to call. And listen, you try calling.
Say my dick's on the floor.
Yeah, I remember having to fucking call the day before.
Yeah, you still do.
Yeah,
you still do.
Still do.
You try calling, and people get mad. Jen laughs.
Well, for a little while, it wasn't like that. You could call the day up.
Well, like you got to call maybe the morning of. You get lucky.
Right.
But if
6:30,
she said she still gets people though. She says she'll still get somebody like 4 o'clock. They call and they'll say, "Oh, can I get a pizza? Can I get a pizza tonight?" And she's just like, "These people don't fucking know better." With DeFazio's, like literally, there's a waiting list.
I wonder how crazy the waiting list was.
But FYI, anytime I want a pizza, she sneaks one in there.
Right after Barstool Pizza Review.
They my dick hit the floor. He said, but that was the cake.
That was the cake.
That was the cake after.
I want numbers. Maybe we should fucking have him on as a guest.
We should. That would be great as a Troy guy. Jen can link us up with that. Absolutely.
Oh, Portnoy?
Have fucking
DeFazio's.
Tell us about your business.
I'm all about that, buddy. And I could have that. I could actually have that happen overnight, buddy.
Make it happen.
Awesome, man. Yeah. So we're gonna have the Friday night. So we're gonna have the Friday night prior to the tournament. We're gonna have a party now at DeFazio's, I guess. All right, fuck it. He said, "Fuck it." That's what we're doing. I gotta shoot him. I gotta shoot Jen. Remind me to shoot her a message right after this podcast because I will shoot her a message and we'll get in, buddy.
Cool.
So, anyways,
speaking of a Jen. You hear who's my girl's back on the market, boys?
Oh shit! Are you the one I'm thinking of? J Lo.
J-Lo single again. Hell yeah. She's been divorced 17
by the same guy.
You don't want to,
buddy.
Don't go there.
That's my girl.
Don't go there.
She's so bad.
Shit.
She's back on the market because she's been diddied.
Been diddied.
Ben Diddy Bob.
No Diddy.
Yeah.
You're right.
No Diddy.
Yeah, she's looking at something right now, I guess.
Poor
it's
Affleck,
not looking good.
He's the I get what you're saying. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
Affleck's
she's
just
wrapped up deep in that.
That's
hole.
crazy. Or Mikey, I didn't even think of that aspect of it.
Crazy. So yeah, all right. I gotta totally change the subject here, guys.
What do
I've
you
been
got?
really into something.
Uh-oh.
Really been into something the last couple weeks, and it's really actually cool to me.
What do you got?
So my family and I have always been into The Sopranos, Goodfellas, Godfather, right? Some of the fucking classics. We all
Fango.
Mikey.
I've never watched. I gotta admit, before we get too deep into this, I've never seen The Godfathers. Every time I try to watch it, I fall
What?
asleep.
Who are you?
I've seen every other mob movie.
So 1 and
Dude.
2 is the best. Forget about
1 and
3.
2.
I know.
Fuck 3.
I mean, you gotta watch
What?
3 just to watch
Yo,
it.
Yo, Mikey, I know you got the Star Wars shit.
Wait,
all
what
over the
else?
place.
What else did he did? There was something a couple weeks ago that
Star
he said he's
Wars.
never done. No, not Star Wars. It was something like he's never ate or
Oh,
drank
Mac and cheese.
mac and cheese. I was like, who are you?
Yeah, I
This
never
kid
seen
is
Star Wars
all right,
either.
Rod, you're officially weird, bro.
I've never seen Star
Officially
Wars
weird.
either.
But anyways, he's never seen
Nah, because
Godfather.
I there's tons of people that I know that don't do the novelty things.
Okay, all right. But anyways, bro,
Yeah, I'm different.
Yeah, you
bro,
I'm a
are.
rapper.
Yeah, you are.
I got bars.
bro,
You got
We
bars.
might find out soon enough.
bro. Skinny Joey Merlino.
Hey, yo, skinny.
Look him up. Look him up. All right. I mean,
I
listen.
don't think you're gonna find that song on iTunes.
Soon enough, kid.
Soon enough, Mikey me and Mikey about to do a sick collab.
Drop it.
You don't want it. You don't want it. We're gonna save it, bro. I'm telling you, if you're gonna do that episode, I'm gonna cook something up.
He's gonna DJ out,
I'll
kid.
probably be so nervous, but I don't give a shit.
Yo, we should do that. Dead ass, we should now.
If you-
Fucking Eminem style. 8 Mile.
I'll black out.
Yo, right up.
I'll lose the
Fucking-
first round, come back in the second, and just start spitting
Fucking
bars.
Cheddar Bob.
My name is Clarence. I live with my parents.
Yo,
I'm telling
Cheddar
you,
Bob.
I got bars, bro.
All right, yo. We go back to what I was
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, go ahead,
I'm
skinny.
from the PPP. Don't fuck with me.
All right, let's start this over.
And my homie Skinny.
They call him the John Gotti of Philly because he really liked to always be dressed up, be the
Okay,
dapper.
Philly guy.
But he was a
Yeah.
Philly guy, okay. But very, very, very respected guy from what I've been reading in the world. And he served his time. He is really, really just against the government and rats is his big thing, which is I always thought was the mob, which is I'm with him on this, right?
Which is funny because
Bec-
like the guys who are successful, like well not successful, but like have a face for themselves in the mob world, like you see now in podcasts and
Yeah.
stuff.
We're ended up.
It's
rats.
Michael Francese,
Yep,
it's
rat.
Sammy the Bull. Those
Rat.
guys are both snitches.
Rats.
Whitey
And that's-
Bulger.
So start listening to Skinny's.
Henry Hill.
And he's like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know how all these guys are so loved. He's when they're fucking rats. He's like, and it is true. He has a point, dude. Listen, this is what he said. He said a murderer, a guy.
Hollywood.
Listen, a guy that could have killed 75 people, right? But he was under the government and he was whatever the whole time. Could be living 2 houses down from me. You don't even know. He said, shouldn't you at least? He is right. He said, we have what are the for child if we know a child molester is next to us? Why the fuck don't you know if a murderer is living next to you? Really, he's right. He ain't wrong.
No.
So he says, did you know
'Cause
this?
the child molester's not working for the government.
Did you know this? Did you know this? Whitey Bulger for 40 years. He
He's
worked
a
for the
Fed.
government. Wait. You know how many? He said he can't even count the people that he murdered. Count them.
Was it
And under the
necessarily not him pulling the trigger, but the ones he appointed someone to get whacked?
under the government knew about as well. Like, how sick is that if you really think about it? So
I
he's
mean,
anti-government. It's
it-
disgusting, dude.
Because then they got
I don't
control,
need
bro.
that
Got
to
control.
tell you that the government's twisted. I
No,
mean,
but for years, like think
we
about
had
it.
Our own government
I mean,
had.
so
JFK
anyway-
You got
killed.
the movie Black Mass. You got the movie The Departed, both based off of Whitey Bulger. Yeah, you knew he was a
So,
snitch. That's why
yeah.
he hid away for 30 years.
Right.
They knew where he was the whole time.
So here's the thing. Skinny's really by the book. He had a couple guests on his podcast. Shay Red, who served his time. He's a Boston Southie. And he's saying you don't rat on his podcast. It's just the one thing you don't do is you don't rat. He goes, we serve our time if we got to, and that's it. He said, you know, they're big on that. But then I listened to these other guys, the New York guys, and I'm not going to say, listen, I would never be in that game. I like watching it. I like seeing it. I like reading about it, but I would never be in that game. But if I was in those shoes, and I was looking at life in
you're
prison.
Looking at life, bro.
I mean,
you don't know what you're
all your
say.
homies already doing it.
I am not gonna say I don't know.
It's a weird thing
and
too.
You got all these authorities saying, "Oh, we'll give you this if you just give us this."
Yup.
And you don't
work for us. They work for you. Work for the government at that point. You're working for them.
So like, is it to the point where like, all right, if you're snitching on to save yourself in the long scheme of things at the end, are you snitching on other, like your ops, like your competitors, or are you snitching on your homies? Because if you're snitching on your homies, that's fucked
here's
up.
an example.
But
here's an example. Sam, what he says.
Ops,
he said, "So this,
you know, some
I forgot the guy.
shit.
So the guy from
I'm going down. Everybody's going.
So
down.
the guy from New York, the way he puts it, is John Gotti was a fucking loudmouth." And he was the one who said that recording. Did you guys see the Gotti movie? Did you guys hear those stories? So Gotti put him. He got
Castellano to get power.
100%. So but what got Gotti in trouble was the recording on the no, there was on the second floor. They used to go up to this old lady's house.
Yeah,
all right,
and I think it was a laundromat
downstairs. Right. So they used to go upstairs, and they would the old lady lived there. But they basically thought it was safe to talk up there, so that's where they would have their meetings. Yeah. Well, the inside found that was the spot, so they got up there and they tapped one of the fucking.
Is this the old like HBO Gotti movie with
Andy
Garcia?
Gotti? Yeah, and that's all legit. 100% happened.
I did see this.
So 100% legit.
Andy Garcia played.
No,
Gotti.
Not Andy Garcia. It's not Andy Garcia.
Yeah, it's Andy Garcia.
It's a dude. He played Gotti so good.
And then crushed it.
They tried.
That's a great movie.
And they tried. It wasn't Andy Garcia, dude. Look it up. Get fact check that. It was not Andy Garcia, bro.
That's
not his last name.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
It's not. Fact check.
His face isn't coming.
Trust me. Go look at the original, and he nailed it, dude. He
walked like him. But
he walked like him. He talked like him. He fucking killed it in that movie, the Gotti. Oh God. Anyways, that's what incriminated Gotti. He talked, and this is what the New York guys are saying. He said, Sammy the Bull.
Sorry, I was wrong. Armand Asante.
Yes. So Sammy the Bull did what he did. Sammy the Bull testified against John Gotti, right? Yeah. But what these New York guys are all saying is that John Gotti really did that to himself, because he said it. I just listened to a podcast, and the guy, it wasn't Mike Francesi, it was one of his partners, the other guy, younger guy. But he said, you know, Gotti did it to himself at the end of the day. Sammy the Bull definitely fucking did what he did. But guy was looking at life in prison. I mean, I don't know. I look at it both ways, dude.
You're snitching on. I mean, if you're snitching on your boys, I think it's fucked up. If you're snitching on some ops who did some dirt to you,
well,
took out some of your homies.
All right,
the battle,
here you go. Francesi fucking ratted on his dad.
That's fucking.
You ratted on his dad.
So here's the fucked up thing too. Like,
against
if you look at now,
look it up.
I don't know what kind of childhood he was.
Look it up. No, he said no. Come back and
he'll
say he may wanted to do this for a long time.
Well, he'll say I love my dad. He said, but I did what I had to do. So like he comes out. I've been listening to all these podcasts. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Cutthroat motherfucker.
So
a lot of the cartels do the same shit. They just snitch on each other and each other and each other. And just
so I'm still watching it, growing up, watching Tony Soprano. I know it is. That's all. Those are all movies, dude. Sopranos is a TV show. Nobody's whacking anybody anymore. This guy even said, he goes, you'll catch assault charges, you'll get in fist fights, but nobody's gonna risk fucking going away for life anymore.
Money,
so, but I am still team Skinny. Like with what he did, he served his time. He got off. He had a great lawyer. He might have. I don't know what he did. I don't know. Who knows? He might have put hits on, but he got tried for murder. So what he did is, so they had murder on him. They had RICO. It was RICO cases, gambling, the whole thing. But they ended up just getting him on gambling charges and like conspiracy to something with money, and he ended up doing like 15 years of it. So he served his time.
Mafia shit to me is so interesting, just because of the way the styles, the families operated, how they had the structure, and like how they if they if they just kept the shit together, they would have been so smooth with it. But there was always that one kink in the chain that would fuck everything up. But if they didn't, man, everything could have ran so smooth for the majority of those families if they followed that La Costa Nostra.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
the old school,
crazy.
nobody's like how it was back in the day, man.
So crazy. Like from running they ran everything too. They had their piece of everything. From running numbers to having fucking.
So do you know that Vegas was
stores paying
built?
for the
Vegas was
protection.
built because of the mob. Like Vegas would
Yeah.
not have been built the way it is if it wasn't for the mob.
Nah.
Casinos do not know. I'll tell you right now, casinos don't know how to fucking run a business.
They're
It's
still
the
run
mob.
by the
They're
mob.
still running.
Boardwalk Empire.
Dude,
Yeah, bro.
the mob ran that shit. They know how to run it. They know how to.
That's a good series.
Listen, New York Lottery took over numbers and
Yeah.
ruined it. It ruined
Yeah.
it. Bookies used to always pay out better. They paid better odds.
Yeah, they used
They-
to
the
go off
numbers-
the track.
They went on the
like,
track.
score
Last three,
the-
last three. They used to go the handle, the attendance.
Yeah.
So whatever the attendance was, the next day would be in the
In the
paper. And the
newspaper,
last
that was
the
the
last
numbers.
3 digits, yep,
Yeah.
is what they did.
Boardwalk
Imagine that though,
Empire.
like, yo, as a kid. Remember we used to run around and like I used to as a kid, dude. I was like, I don't know, 10, 11. We used to go down to the local pizza place and like hand out flyers and they would pay us like $10 a day and give us a pizza at the end of the day. And we thought that was the coolest thing when you're a little kid, right? But back then, when our parents were 10, 11, they were probably going to the pizza places, grabbing the tickets, running the numbers to all
Yep.
the local neighbors,
Well, I told
coming back and
100%.
making licks every day off.
Yep.
that
so
shit.
Uncle Ronnie, a shout out Uncle Ronnie passed away. Did you ever meet Uncle Ronnie? You always
Yeah.
heard me talk about him. Uncle Ronnie. He was
I think I met him like 2 or 3 times.
So he was a bookmaker here well before it became legal. Loan shark for you local degenerates. Yeah, he passed about 7-8 years ago.
Damn, bro. I hope the statute of limitations. is up.
No.
Sorry.
That's why I'm talking. That's why I'm talking about him, bro. Oh, you already got locked. Listen, when he
Yeah, they're digging him up right now.
I
Trying
was
to get
getting
shit out of
somebody-
him now.
bro. So
Closing
listen.
up some cold
When
cases.
they busted through his door, when they busted when they
heard him on his fucking podcast.
yeah for real. Well, what kind of money could I get now? What kind of money could I get from him? He's fucking dead. I could still get money from him probably. So listen to this. So I was the first person they called. They busted through his door. It was they were listening. He was big time. Okay, busted through his door. It was only the matter of time, and he knew it was gonna happen. Made way more money than fucking, you know what I mean? They knew this too. They knew it was gonna happen. But I was the first person he called, and he goes, they got me. He called me.
I thought when they actually got him, I thought you were the first person that that
No,
was there.
he called me. No, they
I'm
let him.
like-
No, they
I'm
didn't.
like,
They,
Jesus Christ!
no,
that's
what?
the last
No,
thing
they
you
didn't.
want.
No. They didn't. They
This
didn't. Bring,
fucking guy army crawling across
dude,
the fucking
all
floor.
it was money.
They're here, Mike. They're getting us.
No, dude, no. It was after the fact, dude. It was done. They had already left. They were done with the fucking raid. Everything. It was all planned. He knew. You know what I mean? He knew it was only the matter of time. They didn't bring him. They didn't fucking. It was he wasn't a criminal, dude. He wasn't like violent, so they weren't gonna bring him to jail. They just wanted the money, and they wanted to fucking him to pay all the fines and back taxes. That was the biggest thing. This is crazy. So, do you know what they wanted? They know what they fucking sent him. They said, okay. They said you were taking 5,000 on this bet, 10,000 on this, 5,000, 10,000. They added it all up. They sent him a fucking tax form. They want him to pay taxes on all that.
Selling one motherfuckers you three
They
letters
wanted-
you can't
Alright.
fuck with, man.
Wait.
The IRS.
So wait. This is what he said to him. He said, "You guys, they weren't all fucking." He goes, a lot of those were fucking lose. I had to pay a lot of those fucking things out. Like you, just because I was
don't care.
taking those fucking bets in. I
I
wasn't.
don't care.
They did not care.
Nope.
You took it as
Yep,
income
yep.
at the beginning.
Yep. And
I
he's
don't
all
care if you had to lose.
dirty, right? Dirty,
Absolutely.
right? So he called me. They busted through his door. He's like, dude. He goes, if you knocked, I would have opened it. He said, if you fucking knocked, you guys had to come through with a ram like that and ruin my door. Like,
Yep.
really? He said, I would have opened the door and let you guys do your thing. They took like,
No knock warrant, man.
no, they took like, what it was they got his partner, which he's still living. I'm not going to mention any names, obviously, but they took his partner and they did it both at the same time. And that's what they do. They plan it. They orchestrate it. They say, all right, we get the, so they can't. So
5 a.m. your door's getting blown off.
well, Ronnie can't fucking call him. It's the warrant. And there's no warrants.
Right.
There's no, this guy's, it all happens at the same fucking time.
Yep.
Yep. They
They're
took
both here. Get them.
they